Right here, I have the most iconic snacks from the last 100 years. We got food starting from the 1920s all the way to the current date, the 2020s. So which decade will hold the crown for having the best popular snacks? That's what we're going to find out in this video. So we got so many nice snacks here to choose from. I'm actually so excited to do this video. I've never seen so many beautiful sweets and snacks in front of me. But the first decade we're starting off with is the 1920s. And each category has 2 snacks to try. We're going to see which one's the best one. So the 2 most popular snacks in the 1920s was actually Rice Krispies, then also a personal favourite of mine, the Crunchy Bar. Probably one of the best chocolate bars out there. And if anyone doesn't know what a Crunchy Bar is, it's a honeycomb inside. Yes, so good. Beautiful, 10 out of 10. And fun fact about both of these, they're actually invented a little before the 1920s, but they both gained popularity a fair few years later. And Rice Krispies are iconic, they're so good. I'm not gonna get the milk and the cereal right now. I'm just gonna try them out of the box because they're so good out of the box. You know, I've had Rice Krispies probably over 2,000 times in my life, no exaggeration. A nice big box of Rice Krispies. They're so good on their own, you don't even need milk. But what am I rating this decade? To round it off, I'm rating this decade a solid 8 out of 10. Moving into the 1920s, and we have the Snickers bar, one of the most popular ones. And actually a fun fact about Snickers, it is named after the Mars family. And the Mars family actually named Snickers off their first horse. So their first ever horse was named Snickers. That's where they came up with the name and made the brand of chocolate. A little fun fact right there. It also set countless world records for being the largest chocolate nut brand. It's got some legacy, this has. This is also the 1930s, not the 1920s. Don't know why I said that. This is the 1930s. The Snickers was the most popular one. Can't get much more iconic right here. Oh, cheers. Cheers you with the Snickers. It's nice, but it's just not my favourite. I'm actually going to save my appetite because I've got so much to get through. So even though I demolished the Crunchy Bar, what happened to my voice there? Oh my god. The next really popular snack from the 1930s is actually Ritz crackers. And I don't know if I'm weird in saying this, but I've never had Ritz crackers. Never in my life, so I have no idea what these are like. Yeah, so it's just like a plain cracker. And they're not bad. Really nice. I'm a fan of plain items. Moving into the 1940s, and in this decade it seems to be that candy and sweets becoming a much more popular snack. So we just got a whole lot of candy in this one. Starting off, one of the most popular still to this day, Mike and Ike's. They are so good. You know what, I'm not going to be greedy. Giving myself a nice generous handful. Hands down one of the best sweets out there, honestly. There's not much that beats this. They're one of my personal favourites. You already know this is going to be a 10 out of 10. It's perfect. Another huge popular sweet in the 1940s, and also one to this day again, is Jolly Ranchers. And I couldn't get the original Jolly Ranchers. I've actually got the gummy version, which I think are better in my opinion. So whatever Jolly Ranchers would have been, add another rating onto it. Would you just look at that? Look how nice that is. Jolly Rancher gummies are some of the best sweets out there, hands down. I'm not even kidding. Oh my god. I could literally eat the whole packet right now, so I'm going to try not to. Why were the 1940s so good for sweets? All the most popular sweets were coming to light in that decade. I'm so happy they did, because they're some of the best still to this day. The best thing is that after this video, I've got so much nice stuff to get through, like all these nice sweets, these desserts, these drinks. It's going to be so much fun. Then also in the 1940s, one of the best ones again, M&Ms were also invented. And we all know the chocolate M&Ms are the best. Like there's the peanut ones. There's so many different versions, but the chocolate ones are on top. Once again, a very generous handful. I genuinely think 1940s was the best one. All 3 of those are some of my personal favourites, the best sweets out there. But what is the total rating for the 1940s? It's got to be a 9. It's got to be the highest one so far. 9 out of 10. I'm being strict, so there may be a 10 out of 10 out there. But moving on to the 1950s, bit of a different one right here, because chocolate and sweets seem to take a bit of a dip in the 50s, and the most popular snacks seem to be crisps. So we have the iconic Pringles right here. Amazing. They were invented. They were the most popular thing. And also Doritos. And I don't know exactly what flavour of Doritos, but as we know now, there's so many different ones. So leave in the comments what your personal favourite flavour is. For Pringles, it's got to be the originals for me. Nothing beats them. Pretty much these are my favourite of each category. But I'm excited for Pringles. Why have I not had them in such a long time either? Please tell me why I haven't had these in years, because like they're so good, I should be having them more often. Ooh, so good. We have 5 packets of Doritos. I'm only having 1. With a nice heat wave packet of Doritos. So good. And the smell of these are even better. Yes, please. One for luck. I think I've never had more enjoyment filming a video. I'm in heaven here with all my favourite snacks. And the 1950s is actually my first 10 out of 10. And hear me out. Even though I love the snacks and the candy, the sweets, the chocolate. I'm more of a savoury person myself. 10 out of 10, banging. Doritos, Pringles. I'm intrigued to know what else came out this decade because it's so good. Moving into the 1960s, Oreos. These became very popular in the 1960s and biscuits just turned out to be a much more popular snack of choice. And it wasn't just Oreos they came out with in the 1960s, it was also Oreos. These are Oreos. It was also Digestives, Rich Teas, and they're two massive biscuit chains. I wish I had the perfect setup for these Oreos right now. You know, I need the milk. I need to dip it in the milk to get the full experience. But I haven't got that luxury right now. Oreos, yes please. Oh my god. But another massive popular snack, or I should say something that went along with snacks, is actually a drink. Vimto. A fact about Vimto is they were actually invented in 1906 and previously used as a medicine, but obviously the flavour tastes so good and someone converted it into a drink, and that's what we have today, Vimto. And they first gained massive popularity in the 60s. Here we go, look at that. Little ASMR for you guys then. Oh, what would I rate the 1960s out of 10? It's very good once again. All the biscuits, I'm taking the others into account as well, like the Rich Teas and Digestives. A 7 out of 10. Moving into the 1970s now, and we have two more sweets that are really common. And we have the milk bottles and jelly beans. Like to this day, they're just they're classics at this point. Nice little bit of jelly beans. Pretty much the same as Mike and Ike's, to be honest. And I've had milk bottles loads of times. I don't think you guys really care if I have them or not. So please save me. I'm not going to try them. 1970s, 6 out of 10. Moving into the 1980s now. This is a very iconic decade. And not only that, it's a sort of interesting one. They're slightly different with the popular items. First one being Nerds. This is what they look like for anyone that doesn't know. No, they're quite odd. They're nice, but they're not my go-to. What are they? But one I'm not confused about is popcorn. Oh my god. You guys can live in this memory right now. Just look at that. You can just sink into the popcorn because it's so nice. Popcorn's keeping it high. If that wasn't there, it would be the lowest one so far. But I'm still going to go a 7 out of 10 just because popcorn's so good. Oh no, I've left the 90s stuff at home. Oh my god, no. And I've lost the 90s. I do apologise. The 90s is such an iconic one too. I've lost it. But the 90s, guys, I guess I had to explain it because I haven't got it to try. But Lunchables were invented and they were really popular in the 90s. And not only that, we had Cookie Crisps. Some of the best ones. I have them at home. And then the last one is also Bubble Tape, which I had in my previous video. But at least I have tried every single one before. And they're all very high ratings. So I think that's the first 10 out of 10. Moving into the 2000s now, fresh mint Tic Tacs. Everyone was rocking a packet of these. I know I was. You get a few, boom, minty. Ooh. But to finish off the 2000s, we have Tango. Oh, more ASMR. Oh my god, that is so good. I would give it a solid 7 out of 10 again into the 2010s. And it was definitely around before this, but it was just one that I knew was popular, especially for myself. And that's a J2O. Oh, so good. And I don't actually have any more for the 2010s right now. I've kind of forgotten them too. The ones I remember having are like Kinder Buenos. And also another one that springs to mind in the 2010s is Mentos. Mentos are so popular. I'm rating 2010 a very solid 8.5 out of 10. And we're now into the current decade, the 2020s. And it's all just YouTuber products these days. I would say Prime Hydration. I mean, it's gotta be. Look at the last 2 years of Prime. And it doesn't disappoint. But the most important thing, rating. What would I rate the 2020 so far? I really like Prime, I really like Feastables. I would say 9 out of 10. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.